And now it's my genuine pleasure to make a presentation that exemplifies ACE's historic and ongoing commitment to help expand and ease the pathway to post-secondary education degrees for adult learners, the ACE Students of the Year Award. This award is presented annually by ACE to individuals who have benefited academically or professionally from the use of ACE credit recommendations for workforce and military training. Recipients must demonstrate outstanding achievements in their community or workplace while successfully balancing the demands such as family, career, and education. This year, we have two deserving recipients who both certainly exemplify these qualities. First, we have Brendan Mulligan, an Army veteran. Brendan has been pursuing his bachelor's degree in psychology at the University of North Georgia. He served as a military police officer for the U.S. Army, and he served as president of UNG's Student Veterans of America chapter. Through this role, he helped guide other veterans toward resources like ACE credit recommendations, which helped him pursue his studies. Brendan plans to seek a master's degree in organizational psychology and work for the Army Research Institute, where he hopes to help service members and transitioning veterans on their own journeys. They will be joining me in a second. Our second recipient is Sophia Norcutt. Sophia decided to return to school after 20 years in the workforce. Though she struggled in higher education and in traditional classroom settings, she spent 2 decades teaching herself web coding and graphic design, eventually becoming an award-winning creative design manager for an engineering firm in Portland, Oregon. But she didn't have a degree. She questioned whether or not returning to school would be worth it, but ultimately enrolled at Southern New Hampshire University, studying for a bachelor's in communications. She took full advantage of the flexible credit options available to her, thanks to valuable professional experience. She was also inspired to help others, so she published her own website, klepstep.com, to raise awareness of flexible credit opportunities and worked with fellow students to explore their education options one-on-one. Let's have a round of applause for Sophia. Brendan and Sophia, on behalf of ACE, it is my distinct pleasure to present you with this award, along with a $1,000 scholarship to help you continue your education. Please welcome the ACE Student of the Year Award recipients, Brendan Mulligan and Sophia Norcutt.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you for coming out this morning. First, I'd like to take this opportunity to go ahead and thank ACE for affording me this amazing opportunity to come here and visit and speak on behalf of veterans all over the country today. I would also like to take a moment to go ahead and thank my wonderful wife, Whitney, for supporting me through all countless hours of the night and publications and research. And lastly, I'd like to go ahead and recognize a lot of the faculty at my university, at University of North Georgia, for really pushing me to take the next step, for going to research conferences, for presenting there, for wanting to pursue graduate degrees. So thank you again to all the faculty and staff at UNG for supporting me. What I really want to do, though, is I want to highlight veterans here. That was, of course, my background. And I find that more often time than not, veterans returning to college are very intimidated. Imagine going back to school, being 26, 27, 32, 40 years old, and then being surrounded by people that are essentially your peers. You have these 18, 19-year-old traditional students. So I find that more oftentimes than not, veterans hesitate to pursue things like the ACE credits. So if there are any veterans out here today, I know that we have mostly the presidents from various different universities. I just want to let you know that we can do it, we can win it, we just have to pursue it. Thank you.
Thank Thank you, Brennan, and thank you so much to each of you for sharing this moment with me. And thank you to the American Council on Education for this honor. I am so grateful for the tremendous support I've had on this journey. To my family, especially my brilliant husband, who's been a well of encouragement from the very, very beginning. Thank you so much. Thank you as well to my work family at PBS Engineering and Environmental. They have invested so much in me over the last decade. And to Southern New Hampshire University and my brilliant advisor, Laura Gagney, who helped me navigate the waters of higher education. I am so grateful to have had you all by my side. You all are my dream team, and I share this recognition with each of you. To potential students that may see this, know this: your past does not need to define your future. It only changes the way you get there a bit. There's so many talented adults who lie in bed awake at night wondering how to make ends meet, how to provide for their families, and they desperately want the opportunity to learn, but feel the barriers to higher education are just too great. To these individuals, earning a degree seems like an unobtainable dream. And until recently, I was among them. But luckily, there's more to this story. Because for every individual caught in this cycle, there is someone working hard behind the scenes to build more bridges to education, many of whom are in this room today. These individuals understand that a degree is more than a piece of paper. They understand that education is freedom. Education is what transforms our communities. Education unlocks opportunities in our lives that we never knew existed. So to those organizations like ACE and SNHU and so many others that are striving to make learning more accessible for all of us, thank you. Thank you for changing my life, and thank you on behalf of the thousands of students whose lives you will have impacted because you saw the value in potential. Thank you for clearing the path for other organizations who I hope will follow your lead. I hope I can serve you all well as an example of how these investments do not go to waste. I'm forever grateful. Thank you so much.